what would you do if the person that didn't wish you well eventually see you achieve what you desired to achieve? And maybe these people eventually get into your hands and you are probably in charge of their lives. What is it that you'd do to them? As you go through this Lent, probably God is calling you to forgive. God is calling you to welcome people. And in this season of Lent, we're taking time to reflect on going through tough times, going through the wilderness, going through those situations that you feel, God, where are you? My name is Paulson Tumutajereze, a priest at All Saints Cathedral, Kampala, and together with Rite TV, we are happy to bring you some of these reflections to do with Lent and forgiveness and welcoming God's people, even those that have not wished you well. So in the Bible, Joseph eventually publicly manifests. He is in the place that he has so long deserved to be. His dreams are actually becoming true. He is the in charge of agriculture, and there is a famine all over the world. Food can only be found in Egypt because Joseph, God has granted wisdom in terms of how to reserve food for the future. And we are told that Joseph's brothers, the family that had stayed back, the ones that had sold him, the ones that had his dreams and said, we must kill him, they eventually come to Egypt. They are looking for food. And after several times of them coming to Joseph, Joseph has given them food. They go back and they bring their father. He eventually reveals himself to them. What would you do when the people that didn't wish you well, when the people that have actually fought you, they are eventually in your hands? See what Joseph does. We read in Genesis chapter 50, verse 18 to 21. I think Joseph got into a relaxed mood like I'm doing now, and this is what is happening. We are told his brothers came and threw themselves down before him. They bowed before him. We are your slaves, they said. But Joseph said to them, don't be afraid. Am I in the place of God? Yes, all this that I have, I am not God. Am I in the place of God? You intended to harm me, but God intended for good to accomplish what is now being done, the saving of many lives. So then, don't be afraid. Joseph tells the brothers, don't be afraid. Would you tell that to somebody that probably disorganized your marriage? Would you tell that to somebody that probably disorganized your work when you sat interviews and maybe you knew you were better than the other person, but the other person took the job? Will you tell that to a person that has disorganized your company? Joseph says to the brothers who disorganized him, and he says to them, don't be afraid. And he said, you intended for bad, God has turned it into good. What does Joseph do at this point? Joseph provides for the brothers, and he says, I will provide for you and for your children. And he assured them and spoke kindly to them. Lent is the season for us to search our hearts and let go of the anger, to search our hearts and forgive, to search our hearts and reconcile, to begin to walk a new life, especially when you keep in the hands of the Lord. We pray that God will do good in your life, even when people have intended for bad. Whatever has been intended for bad, God will turn into good. God bless you. Please continue to join us at Rite TV on our YouTube as we continue to reflect together. I remain the Reverend Paulson Tumutajereze. God bless you.